Hey, it's good to see you guys on today. This is Michael Wright with Little Talks here, and I'm just so glad that you've tuned in. I hope that you'll subscribe to our channel. We really want to be a blessing and give information to the world that's so simple that anybody can grab hold to it. This is what's going on. This is what's going on in our country. This is what's going on in our state. Coronavirus. We know all about it. We know that people have died and people are susceptible to it. People who are older and people who have a compromised immune system, they're very susceptible to this contagious disease. Now, the coronavirus actually is a very weak virus, but it will take you out if it gets into your body and gets into your lungs and you have a compromised immune system. What do I mean by weak? What I mean by weak is in comparison to other viruses. If you catch Ebola, it doesn't matter if your immune system is strong or weak. It can take you out. If you catch tuberculosis or polio or some bubonic type plague, well, guess what? Doesn't matter if your immune system is strong or weak. It will take you out no matter what age you are. But the coronavirus has a tendency of preying on those who have a compromised immune system and people who are older with compromised immune systems. And what's happening is in the African American community in Chicago, especially in Illinois, what's happening is Black people are more susceptible to that, not because of any natural proclivity of health or not because of some type of DNA or something in our bodies. Is because we as a people are just not as healthy. We're the most obese. We carry the disproportionately high levels of high blood pressure, disproportionate levels of diabetes. We have disproportionate levels of obesity. We have disproportionate levels of simple health problems, asthma, bronchitis, all of these things. And a lot of it we can really take care of today. So I'm going to try to give us a quick boost of how to really boost your immune system. Because what coronavirus does, it attacks those who have a compromised immune system. Now, it's also come to find, I'm no doctor, I'm no statistician, I'm not some guru, I ain't no witch doctor up here with all this stuff. But one thing I've heard very recently is that those individuals who are obese, who are dealing with obesity, are much more susceptible to the coronavirus also. Now, guess what? Most of us aren't going to go run and lose 25, 35, 75 pounds tomorrow. We're not going to be able to do that. But we can do things that will boost our immune system today so that we can fight against the coronavirus or any other virus. Now, this is not just something to fight corona. This actually can be a part of your health style regimen that you can do to make sure that your body is strong. You may not be able to go to the gym and lose 75 pounds, but you can do this today. And this will help you. This will help you be more healthy instantly. So there are a few things that you see on the table here. A friend of mine was joking, calling me a witch doctor. I am not a witch doctor. I am not some witch doctor, but what I am is someone who understands what the old folks used to use back in the day before they had Medicare, before they had HMO, PPO, all of the other insurance policies, before they even allowed them to go to the hospitals. These people had to go out in the field, get some roots, get some herbs, and go and find different herbal remedies to make sure that they were okay. And this is exactly what I want to talk to you all about. I don't know everything about everything because I'm no doctor, but I will tell you what works and what will help build your immune system today. Number one, something that can help you build your immune system to fight against corona or any other virus. Remember, it's not just about corona. It's not just about that. It's about building your immune system so that any virus that comes, any bacteria that attacks, anything negative that comes against your immune system or fights against, it will build your immune system to fight back. Well, this is what you can do. Something very, very, very easy. And you don't need all this stuff. You do it every day. In fact, you do it 24 hours a day, but you don't do it right. I guarantee 99% of us don't do it right. It's called breathing. Breathing. Deep breathing helps build your immune system. Why? Because viruses don't like oxygenated areas in your body. They don't thrive well in oxygen. They don't thrive well. So what you want to do is build your body up with deep breathing exercises. You remember when we were kids, we would stick our stomachs out and say, "Ooh, I'm pregnant. Look at my stomach. Look at my stomach." Most of us don't do that anymore because we're adults. We don't like sticking our stomach out. In fact, we hold our stomach in and stick our chest out and make us look strong. But what you can do, number one, because viruses, bacteria, they do not like oxygenated atmospheres. What you could do is you could fill your body up with oxygen. This is how you do it. You breathe out of your stomach, into your chest, hold it, and then breathe all the way out. So it should look like this. I'm going to kind of turn to the side just so you can see. You have your stomach go out, and then into your chest, and blow out. When you do that about 5 or 6 times, instantly your head's going to start getting dizzy because you're not used to that amount of oxygen coming into your body. But after you do it about 10 or 15 times, you start feeling your body being filled with oxygen. When you do that, it fights against different bacteria or different viruses that do not like oxygenated atmospheres. So number one, breathe. Breathe out of your stomach deep. And then breathe up into your chest and then let it out. When you do that, you're going to feel it instantly because your head's going to start getting a little dizzy. You're going to start feeling a little wavery, but it's excellent for your body. So go outside. Number one, go outside and breathe. Number two, drink some water, but not just any water, any tap water. Get some distilled water. Distilled water. Now, back in the day, we didn't put distilled water in anything but machines and different things to make, that the water had to be pure. But guess what? H2O with nothing in it is basically distilled water. Not purified, distilled completely clean. If you put distilled water and, say, tap water into a freezer and you freeze both of them, you will see that the regular tap water, when you look at it, it'll be smooth. But the distilled water, it'll be crackly. When you open it, when you crack it, it'll be crackly. So it's different because the distilled water is looking for something to grab. It's looking for something to hold on to. It's looking for something to put its grips on. The regular water is just smooth. It's not looking for anything because it has so many different things on the inside of it. So it's smooth. It looks nice. It looks neat. But when you crack the distilled water, it looks crumbly because there's nothing for the distilled water to really grip and hold on to. So what happens is when you drink distilled water, it does just that. It looks for something to pull. It pulls stuff that doesn't need to be there out of your body. So when you drink a lot of distilled water, now for a completely healthy person, let me say, for a completely 100% healthy person, I don't think that they should drink a lot of distilled water because it'll start pulling out the good stuff out of your body. But for 99.9999999% of us who eat the average American diet, trust me, drink the distilled water. It'll pull all the negative stuff out of you. It'll pull the negative stuff out of your kidneys, out of your liver, out of your body, and it'll really be a blessing to you. So number one, breathe. Number two, drink some distilled water. These are easy things. Don't cost much, 99 cents for a gallon of distilled water. Number three, get some sleep. Get some sleep. One thing that kills the average American is that they don't get enough rest. During periods of rest is where your organs literally heal themselves. You work every day. You're up now. Some of you are all up. It's 2 a.m. You sitting up watching the video. Go to sleep after this video. Listen, your body heals on a certain time frame. So what happens is this: when you don't go to sleep and get at least 7 hours of solid, straight sleep, what happens is you don't give your body a chance to heal itself. If you have sporadic sleep, or you sleep for 2 hours, then you get up, walk around, or go to the bathroom or whatever, and then you try to go back to bed after an hour, then you sleep for another hour, then you wake up. That's not healthy sleep. You're not allowing your body to heal itself. God has given us ways for us to heal ourselves. Your body is a wonderful machine, but when you don't allow it to rest, when you don't allow it to heal, when you don't allow it to shut down, what will happen is it'll just keep going. What happens when you do your car like that? What happens when you wear the same clothes all the time? They wear out. What happens when you do your car like that? It wears out. Your bicycle, it wears out. Anything you use all the time without giving it rest, then what will happen is it will tear down. You're doing that to your body. Stop it. You're no good to anybody when you're out of sync with where you need to be. Number 1, breathe. Number 2, drink some water, distilled water. Number 3, get some sleep. Now, let's get into the stuff that you might need to go to Walgreens or to the health food store to really help you out. Number 4, vitamin C, simple stuff. Vitamin C, vitamin D3. Vitamin C, we know about the energy that vitamin C gives. We know the antioxidant properties that vitamin C gives. But some people say, well, I can't go out and get the vitamin C. Well, you know what? For those people who are not diabetic, drink some orange juice. Drink something that has vitamin C in it. Quit drinking so much pop and seltzer water and all these other energy drinks and all that stuff. Get some juice, some orange juice with pulp in it. Not just the stuff that's strained. You're just drinking a bunch of sugar then. But drink the stuff that has the pulp. But what I'm saying, though, with the orange juice is this. That's not for everybody, because people who are diabetic, they don't need to drink that kind of stuff. They can get their vitamin C from other things, maybe cherries or something like that has a lower glycemic index. But the point being is vitamin C is necessary. Go ahead and take some vitamin C. Also, too, vitamin D3. I say vitamin D3 because vitamin D3 is plant-based. It's not made in a laboratory. And African Americans need vitamin D more than probably anyone else. Why? Especially darker skinned African Americans. Why? Because those of us that live in the north, like we do in Chicago, we don't get as much sun. Vitamin D is metastasized through your body. It comes into your body by the sun. And somehow, by God's miraculous power, vitamin D is created in your body by the sun. But the problem is this: in the wintertime, we don't get as much sun because we relatively are relegated to indoors. So African Americans who have a darker hue, a darker skin tone, because of the melanin in their skin, they don't get the sun rays to come and penetrate through them like our Caucasian counterparts. You see, we come from Africa, where the sun, when we have people who come from the equator, what happens is we got plenty of sun, but we needed protection from the sun. That's why there are more black and brown people around the equator. We needed more protection from the sun, so God allowed the melanin to increase. Vitamin D3, that's something you should get. But also, too, here's something how you can boost your immune system instantly today. And this is why they call me a witch doctor. They shouldn't call me that, but this is why they call me that. Now, here on the table, what you see some roots, you see some garlic, ginger, turmeric, lemon, onion, and my favorite, black seed oil. Now, what you do is very simple, and this is a simple treatment for those people who may be having upper respiratory conditions. Remember, that's where the coronavirus attacks. It attacks our respiratory system and our nasal passages and respiratory system. Well, you want something that fights back, that builds your immune system and is a treatment for any type of upper respiratory condition that you know. So what we have here is this. This is garlic. Again, this is ginger, turmeric, onion, and lemon. This is how you treat this, because it's been said that the coronavirus doesn't like heat and it doesn't like that humidity. So you see here what we have on the table. We have a pot of water right now that's boiling. This is old-fashioned asthma treatments that what people would take. They would take their face and they would put it right very close to the steam, and they would simply do what I told you to do at first, breathe in deeply. So they would take the steam. Now don't put your face all up in the water and burn yourself, but they would go right here and breathe in and let it out. This is why we have saunas. This is why we have steam rooms. But some people can't go to the sauna. They can't make it to the steam room. You could bring the steam room right to your house. This is what they used to do down south for those people who used to have asthma and do asthma treatments and different things like that. All they would do, they would put their face next to the pot of boiling water, breathe in, and breathe out. That's what they would do. And that's a simple treatment for people who are even struggling with the coronavirus, because it can't stand heat and it doesn't like that moisture. So guess what? We're going to enhance this by, yes, something that the old folks used to do down south. They used to take these roots. They used to take a little bit of ginger, and you don't need the whole root. You don't need the whole thing, but just take a little piece of ginger. You take it. You don't even have to skin it, but I choose to take a lot of the skin off. You take it, you just do like this, take some of that skin off, or the peel off, I should say, and just take the root. I love the smell of fresh ginger. Just throw it in the water. Same thing you do with the turmeric. Just take a little piece like this, skin it. You have to take it all off. Just skin it a little bit, take it off. Take the root. I love the smell of turmeric too. Just throw it in the water. Just throw it in the water. Then what do? You get a little piece of garlic. Now this, you got to take off the whole outer portion so that you just have the raw garlic here. Just take it off. And yes, it will smell. Yes, it is strong. And no, I do not like the smell of garlic, so I will not be putting this to my nose. But you take this off, just a little piece like this, just very little. Throw that in the water. Also, onion. Now this is the onion that smells, the one that when you cut, it makes your eyes water. Little piece of onion. Cut it like this. Take off the skin. Get down. Guess what? Throw it in the water. And now, last but not least, lemon. Cut a piece off. You don't have to squeeze anything. Take the whole thing, skin and all. Throw it into the water. Now what you do is this. You allow the medicinal properties of the turmeric, the garlic, the ginger, the lemon, and the onion, all of the antioxidant properties of all of these things, work it together. And then what do? After it's been in there, let it simmer for about, I would say probably about 10 minutes so that everything is boiled down. And this is what you do. The same thing. You get over it. You breathe in and breathe out. And now what's happening is the medicinal properties from the turmeric, the garlic, the ginger, the onion, the lemon, all of these medicinal properties it gets directly into your lungs. It acts as basically an old-fashioned lung enhancement treatment where it loosens up your lungs, it expands your lungs, and the medicine gets into your lung. Doctors today use inhalers for medicine. What happens is the medicinal properties, it gets into your lungs. Once it gets into your lungs, it gets into your bloodstream. And when it gets into your bloodstream, it brings healing to your body. But also it fights viruses that do not like heat. But you're doing a double whammy. You're taking all the medicinal properties from them, and then you come in. I wrote a few notes here about what some of the medicinal properties are from the turmeric, the garlic, the ginger, the lemon. The turmeric and the ginger, and really all of them, have anti-inflammatory properties. We get inflamed and we have inflammation all throughout our bodies from stress, from overworking, from not getting enough rest, not getting enough sleep. Inflammation is the source of most of our diseases. Some type of inflammation in our body. If we have liver problems, our liver is inflamed. If we have kidney problems, normally our liver is inflamed. If we have heart problems, there's something with blood, anything, there is inflammation in our body. All of these items that I placed in here have anti-inflammatory properties that will cause inflammation to go down. When you also look at, say, for instance, the turmeric is beneficial for, number one, it's a natural inflammatory, but also increases the antioxidant capacity of the body. All of us have free radicals going through our body. Free radicals are simply bad cells or bad things or bad stuff in our body that goes through our bloodstream, and it's just there. We inhale it from toxins off of a car exhaust. You might be in a house that has mold. You could be anywhere and you just inhale different things. Or you have bad things in your processed food that all these free radicals are running through your body that cause cancer and cause other diseases. Well, the turmeric increases the antioxidant capacity of your body to grab those free radicals, turn them into waste, and then flush them right out through your kidneys. Also, you see the ginger. Ginger stops muscle soreness. It fights nausea. It also helps lower blood sugar in your body. This is stuff that you're simply inhaling. Also, garlic. It helps with blood pressure. It lowers cholesterol. It reduces fatigue. It helps detoxify heavy metals from your body. You look at the onion. It definitely helps. It definitely helps with building the immunity of your body. But did you know the biotin in the onions also helps your hair, your skin, your nails. I know you never thought onions would be able to do that, but it helps your hair, it helps your skin, it helps your nails, and also anti-inflammatory. Also, when you look over at the lemons also help with nasal inflammation. Well, really, any citrusy fruit, when you do this, the citrusy fruit, it could be orange, it could be lemon, it could be grapefruit, but it helps with nasal inflammation. And it helps for those people with sinus problems and different things of that nature. But when you inhale this, when you get over the pot, and you simply breathe in, this is a natural way that you can fight and build your immune system. But that's not all. What you also can do is this. When it's all said and done, you can take the water that's there boiling, pour a little bit into the glass or into your mug, and you could drink it like tea. And it actually is pretty good if you get the right combination. But it's a very good medicinal tea that you can take, and it'll go right into your system. The last thing I want to tell you about, though, that really helps the upper respiratory system is black seed oil. Now, I'm not selling anything. I'm just trying to tell you Black seed oil was used by the ancient Egyptians to help with upper respiratory infections. If you take black seed oil, boil the garlic, the lemons, the turmeric, the onions, and the ginger, and you inhale the steam, you drink the tea, you breathe deeply, you drink the distilled water, and you get your rest. These are simple homemade remedies that will help you get through this coronavirus garbage and also any other garbage that you deal with on a consistent basis. Now, let me say this and we're going to go. This is the nastiest stuff you ever going to taste in your life. This does not taste good, but it is so good for you. So I'm going to take a little bit right now. Excuse my facial expressions, but you don't have to take a lot of it. It don't taste great. The aftertaste will get you. But I'm telling you, it goes away, just like the viruses, just like the bacteria, just like all the upper respiratory infections that we fight on a consistent basis as a people. We fight it and it's tough. But I'm here to tell you now, be healthy, be safe. It's just a little talk I wanted to tell you on today. God bless.